352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. And, of course, he'll be delivering the important message that we all need to be donating blood. Otherwise, there is no blood supply. And give us an update. Plus, we got something fun to talk to Galen about, like artificial intelligence. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you?
I'm in the tree zone.
Yay!
In the tree zone. Are the kids getting excited about going back to school?
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, gosh.
Not yet, no.
Are you sure? Isn't it next Monday?
Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, it starts Monday. I mean,
Monday.
Yeah, Monday they have first day, and then orientation is on Thursday and Friday. So, no, they're having a great summer. This is the first summer where they haven't been in like camps every week or had something scheduled every week. So they've just been at home enjoying themselves, swimming in the pool, having a good time. So.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. Wow, these days are going to go by so fast. I remember these days.
They already are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So next, did you hear there's 73 teachers they still need to hire, at least as of yesterday. They might have hired them since yesterday.
Gosh.
I don't know. 73 teachers. I guess we have a need for teachers, and we have the money to hire them, so that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
No, I mean, it just shows you how the economy's come back. And I'm really, really glad that we are allowing the music back and then that extra PE teacher. So I work with a lot of PE teachers throughout the counties and throughout the entire state because of the kids marathon. And I know how taxed they were when they were, in some cases they had one PE teacher. So that additional PE teacher is going to make a world of difference.
Yeah.
So glad they did that.
And I'm sure they probably had some people who were volunteering, but you can never really fill the gap. Somebody who gets paid will be more dedicated. They have
big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part. I mean, volunteers. I mean, we rely heavily on volunteers, our organization, but there's something about the training that a paid teacher gets compared to a volunteer. It's hard to compare.
Yeah, right. So how is the blood supply right now?
We're okay. We really need O negative and A negative right now. We're really, really short of A negatives. Not a whole lot of them out there in the world, and we need them all to give. So get out there and donate blood.
There you go. And be sure to thank Penn Flooring for that announcement that Galen just gave, because they are responsible, not responsible, but they're the ones who are responsible for being on the air because they sponsor the thing. They provide quality customer service. They've been doing that for over 25 years. They put beautiful flooring in homes and offices, and you can see that flooring for yourself. Some samples at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. That's where their showroom is. It's easy to find because it's right by the McKay-Williams Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the railroad tracks just a few blocks from Pine Avenue on 17th.
Great.
And the building says conveniently Penn Flooring right on the building. Right there. It says Penn Flooring. So thank them for sponsoring Galen's segment from LifeSouth. And, of course, there you go. And get some flooring, I guess, is the other part of that. So I have some artificial intelligence things I want to tell you about.
All right.
Are you ready for this? Artificial intelligence got its start in 1950. Did you know that?
No.
There was a computer pioneer named Alan Turing who introduced a test called Computing Machinery and Intelligence, and basically coined the phrase artificial intelligence. Now, Galen, there are people who are saying intelligence can never be artificial because it's universal. That your brain...
Universal intelligence.
Universal intelligence, because your brain receives intelligence. Just as these machines will receive intelligence or already do receive intelligence. Based on what they're exposed to. It comes from the environment. It's not artificial. The intelligence of a computer is the same intelligence as in your brain.
That is amazing.
Just something to ponder. I don't know what it really means.
So it's nature versus nurture kind of a rule?
I don't know. But listen to this, and I've got some interesting things about artificial intelligence. But they say, okay, if you think of artificial intelligence as talking to your smartphone and saying, who was the governor of Florida in 1937? And boom, it comes back and tells you, because Joe Martone likes to do this with his smartphone, right?
Yeah.
It comes back and tells you, right? But what if artificial intelligence also meant, and apparently they're seeing this happen, artificial ego?
Oh, there you go.
Can you
We got enough of that in the real world.
Or artificial negotiating skills? Can you imagine this? Okay, so now you say to your phone, who was the governor of Florida in 1937? And your computer comes back and says, well, I'll tell you, but it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
What can you do for me before I give you that information?
That's right. That's right. Oh, that's funny.
Can you imagine this?
That's funny.
Wow.
I can.
Sure.
I can, because
Well, I think that's what. Go ahead, Robin.
Oh no! Well, that's the next step. It's reasoning, because humans program the computers, and then the computers are programmed to do everything faster and not smarter. But now they're on the way to reasoning. That's all.
I'm trying to think of an example of artificial ego.
Well, the thing is with when we deal with computers, we want it to be more lifelike, more human-esque, and so the developers will add personality into it. The reason that your iPhone has that voice is because it's appealing.
Well, speaking
Right?
of speaking of the voice,
that's the truth.
Speaking of the
Same with
voice,
your GPS. Yeah.
Yeah, your GPS. You're right. Absolutely.
listen to this. Listen to this. Speaking of the voice, 96% of the voices chosen for artificial intelligence are female.
That's because we prefer taking direction from people. It's true.
I agree. I agree.
It's a biblical reference. If you look at the Bible, if you look at the females in the Bible, aren't they the ones who always carry the message?
Exactly.
Who did Jesus say that? Who knew that Jesus left the tomb? Mary.
Oh, Mary and Martha.
Mary
yeah.
went and told. Yeah, Mary went and told the world that Jesus had risen from the dead. So, in the Bible, you constantly see how a woman carries the message.
That's interesting. I never thought about that before. All right.
And who's the biggest, on most people, who's the biggest influence on your life as far as what's right and what's wrong and who tells you what to do?
Well, I know you want me to
mother.
say your mother, but it's true. But both parents are true, and
Yeah.
that's true for both.
Let's just say, the majority of the time, your mother is with you in the traditional household a lot more than your father is, and your mother tells you things like brush your teeth and things like that. At least that's the common answer. Of course, there's exceptions, but that's the mother usually is the one who's telling you to brush your teeth and to get ready for school, etc. So.
But anyway, my first thought was, well, I'm a man. I probably prefer to hear a female voice. But it says here that studies have shown that males and females both like the sound of a female voice better.
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah. It's less authoritative. It's more supportive than it is telling you what to do. It's sharing this information.
Do you remember this? Do you remember the duet between Donna Summer and Barbara Streisand? And they were shouting, "Enough is enough is enough."
Exactly.
Holy cow! I couldn't handle that song.
I hated that.
Enough is enough is enough is enough.
I know.
Oh gosh, turn that one off. That was like just annoying.
It was bad. It was really.
But Barry White, I could handle him all day long. So I don't know that it's true.
A different situation, isn't it? Though?
It is.
Right.
Very
That's where
different
you want. That's where
situation.
you want a sense of authority and a power and control.
Yeah.
You want to submit to that kind of control and that kind of power. Different situation.
Carl Frederick McDorman is a computer scientist and an expert in human computer interaction at Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis.
Yeah, he has no sense of humor.
He says that mostly men work on artificial intelligence, so they probably find females attractive. But Kathleen Richardson, who is a social anthropologist, said that female artificial intelligence is less threatening than male voices.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah, I see that.
All right, I got some more artificial intelligence
okay.
stuff when we come back, including why an artificial pet is the pet of the future.
Oh.
It's crazy. We'll be right back with Galen Unold.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with an afternoon thunderstorm in the area, the high 88 to 92. Partly cloudy tonight with a thunderstorm in the area early on, low 74 to 78. Times of clouds and sun tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm around mainly during the afternoon hours, high 88 to 92. For Thursday, clouds will limit sunshine along with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
All right, 74 degrees. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock on the 11th day of August. Wow, we're 1 month away from Robin's birthday. It's September 11th. 1 month away from that date we always remember from 2001.
Of course. God bless the
I don't think as long as I'm on the air, Galen, that I'll ever stop doing something on September 11th. I think a lot of other people have stopped. They have stopped remembering September 11th, 2001.
Yeah, I know.
But do you think I'm carrying it too long? It's now how many years later? 14 years later?
14.
I don't think anybody's forgotten September 11th.
No. But on radio shows, I don't think that they carry on as much as I do. I always do it on September 11th. I can't.
I don't know that, but I know that people talk about it on that day. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm planning another one, and you know, I ask myself this: Am I being like an old guy, you know, who just keeps remembering something that's so long ago that everybody they want a mention of it, but they don't want you to dwell on it.
Yeah.
You know? Did you see these two kids, by the way? The two kids who jumped off the Freedom Tower. Now they have been sentenced to community service, but they were chastised by the judge, and I like what the judge said. Mm-hmm. He said you were disrespectful to the memory of the people who had no choice but to jump off those buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see that?
Exactly.
And do you agree with that? Now you haven't heard that, or do you agree with that?
Do they have parachutes? Do they have hang gliders?
Paraglider. What do they call those things? Parachutes, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that was wonderful for the judge to say that, because
I truly think those kids just weren't thinking. They just want to go to the top of the building and jump off. They weren't thinking of disrespecting anybody's legacy or anything.
They were being idiots.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad the judge told them that, because you gotta think before you do something. It can't be all about you. Has to be about the memories, has to be about the circumstances.
So they should have gone someplace else to jump. In other words, the building was the
I mean, first of all, they did it because it's the Freedom Tower. I mean, they were not. I doubt very seriously these kids were trying to disrespect.
Yeah, that's my thought
people
too.
Who had to jump. I mean, I understand why it could be viewed as insensitive. I'm pretty sure that's not what they were intending to do. So.
All right, back to artificial intelligence. Ready?
Yeah.
There is a scientist at the University of Melbourne named Dr. Jean-Luc Rolt. He says there are already a number of patents for robot pets that will be available by the year 2025. They will behave.
They already have those things, right? Like the Pika Pets and the.
Not like these ones. These ones literally come to the door when you come home. They wag the tail, but they don't need to go out. They don't need to eat. They'll come up on the bed with you, and they'll do whatever you want them to do.
Oh, how stupid is that?
They won't die.
That is absolutely.
Or
nuts.
I guess if they do die, you can repair them.
Change their batteries.
I think. I think they're. I understand it. I mean, for people who, when they're at work for, say 18 hours a day or something, but they want to come home and not be alone, that may be a good solution.
Maybe. Do you know? I've seen this before. Do you remember the Carousel of Progress at Disney?
Sure, absolutely.
That guy had a
puppy.
That guy had a robot dog.
Yeah.
A little terrier thing.
They age together.
We all know what dog we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
you can picture him in your head, right?
Sure. No, I think
problem,
that's
it'd be cool. What if they use it as a trainer? What if you had like a brand new puppy, but you had this robot dog that could train your puppy when you weren't there?
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's not goofy, right? Because you can, what's the best way to learn is by modeling the behavior.
Don't chew the furniture.
Yeah.
Right. And the robot stops him from doing that when you're not there.
Can you imagine that? Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
See, I don't know if I really understand artificial intelligence and that, but I wonder if it would apply to, in the news the other day, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but this airplane flew through a hailstorm, and the nose of the plane was completely damaged, and the windshield was damaged so much that the pilots couldn't see what was going on. So they went to their nearest airport, and the pilot presses the automatic pilot button and hit the land, and he sits back. He's a passenger. The plane did all by itself, lands the airplane.
That is an amazing story. Yeah, I did see that. I didn't.
Artificial intelligence.
I didn't realize it was completely with the push of a button. I thought it was instrument landing, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's instrument landing. You can't. The autopilot doesn't land.
He puts it on autopilot, and then he hits the land button, and then it synchronizes everything, and beams in on whatever they send a signal to the plane, and the pilots become a passenger, just sit back and they land.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I guess that is artificial intelligence then. So we don't even need a pilot anymore.
Absolutely.
Don't even need a driver in a car.
No.
I mean, GPS is.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Artificial intelligence can repair itself.
Sure. Rerouting.
Let's see. Where is the scientific study here? Let's see. The phase lasts for a few minutes, and during that time, the robot processes 13,000 possible movements. These movements are pulled from, how do you read that number, Robin? 10 with a Oopla thing, and then a 47. I don't know. Behaviors. I guess millions of behaviors. I guess, which is unfathomable number. 10, and then that I can upside down V 47.
Okay, yeah.
Caret. Is that a caret?
Caret.
10
yeah,
caret 47,
caret.
whatever that means. Oh, 10 to the 47th power?
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So it says the robot, on the terrifying end of the spectrum, there was a paper published this year about a robot that could rebuild itself even after losing 2 of its 6 legs. The robot doesn't know what's broken, but notices that its performance has dropped. Then, using an algorithm based on that number, the robot can figure out what's wrong and how to repair itself.
So it's got like a 3D printer inside of itself. And
Imagine
it can
that.
Just,
Imagine
push
that.
another leg out there.
Artificial intelligence can write. Here's a story that appeared in the Los Angeles Times that was written by a robot. I'll just read a little bit of it. A shallow magnitude 4.7 earthquake was reported Monday morning 5 miles from Westwood, California, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The temblor occurred at 6:25 a.m. Pacific time at a depth of 5.0 miles, and it goes on and on. It's written in full sentences, etc.
God.
Wasn't there a sports story that was written by a robot, too?
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
I'm sure.
This is,
All right.
yeah.
Sure.
But again, I mean, do they get the information, or is it fed into them?
It has to be fed into them.
I'm sure it's. Well, I mean, think about it's all stat driven, right? And so somebody enters the stats, and then you can manipulate the stats however you want. So right now, somebody has to enter the stats, but I'm sure that could be replaced.
Artificial.
Think about your car. Your car tells you when it needs an oil change now.
It didn't tell me that I needed to fix my radiator.
No.
Of course, I have a 10-year-old car.
I mean, I think my wife's new car would. I think it would have told her that. I mean, it tells you when you have a flat tire. It tells you a million different things.
Wow.
Transmission fluid, all of those things.
Artificial intelligence will be better at games than humans. It's already better at chess.
They already are.
Poker.
Yeah.
After 80,000 hands were played, in the end, a supercomputer named Claudico from Carnegie Mellon University won.
Well, you know why? Because if you think about it, humans get tired after making so many decisions.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we get physically and mentally tired.
Yeah.
Computer doesn't.
Yeah, you got to take a nap.
How about this one? Artificial intelligence is almost sure to replace human sexuality. David Levy at the University of Maastricht in the Netherlands. Of course, in the Netherlands. That's where Amsterdam is.
That's right. Well, they already have those vibrating devices and stuff, so
Yeah, but
is that what you're talking about?
This is everything, though. This is everything you experience with a lover.
Oh.
Everything.
Oh, man.
How close are we to something like this? Levy and Henrik Christensen, founder of the European Robotics Research Network, think that by the year 2021, humans would be having sex with robots.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Not a deferral. I mean, you could still donate blood, I think.
Yeah. Puts plastic dolls in a new perspective, Ooh, look what I'm getting myself
until this artificial ego and artificial negotiating skill starts taking play. Now all of a sudden, you have equal rights. You're nothing but a sex toy. You better get a sign and start walking in the streets.
That's right. Exactly. Good point. Well, humans are doing it to themselves. They're so wrapped up in social media that they don't bother to go next door and have a cup of coffee or a beverage with their neighbor,
Artificial intelligence in the year 2013 was at the same intelligence level as a 4-year-old.
Wow.
But in 2014, 1 year later, a supercomputer cracked a complicated math problem called Erdos discrepancy, which was published in 1930. The amazing thing is that humans can't even double-check the solution because the equation is too long. Wow.
That's awesome.
So in 1 year. So who knows what it's up to by now.
Yeah.
According to Ray Kurzweil, in the year 2029, artificial intelligence will be at the same level of intelligence as adult humans. 2029.
Wow.
Nice. Good.
There you go.
Let's see. How old will I be then?
Yeah, in 2029.
I'll be ready to retire.
That's 14 years. Yeah.
Yeah, your caregiver will be a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And chances are you'll come over to my house and I'll have a used lover robot. I got her on the discount rack.
Put it this way: like if you could have a robot dog, and you had a child, or a parent who was old or something like that, or getting older and needed help, a robot dog could do that for you.
Caleb, where's the Budmobile?
And everything.
Where's the?
We are at Wedgwood Road Walmart today, but we're also out at Spruce Creek, so we're pretty excited about being out there.
All right.
Nice.
Go down there, Thank you, Galen. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye, all.
Bye.
Arrested in Ferguson, Missouri, where there was a fourth night of protest marking a year since the death of Michael Brown. Fox's Rich Edson was on the scene during the unrest.
There have been sticks thrown. Police have maced several people this evening, and a handful of altercations. One just about led to this street being closed off for a good chunk of the hour, but finally police moved in. This after peaceful protest this weekend turned violent after a shooting involving police officers.
And GOP frontrunner Donald Trump on Fox and Friends this morning, touching